First horse and rider to go, number 1186, is Tempstad, ridden by Nicola Dines. And Nicola also competed in freestyle this week. So Ashley, while we watch the competitors go, what are they going to be doing here for field hunters that simulates being out on the hunt outdoors?
This is a little different from the other jumping disciplines you've seen. There are different challenges that you might see out there on the field than you're going to see in here. So it's not just going out and jumping. They have to demonstrate dropping a jump. They need to halt. They need to be able to trot a jump. It's not just, it's almost the opposite of show hunters where you want the exact same rhythm. You need to show rideability, adjustability, and being able to make changes with your horse and handle different things out there, not just going over these clean, quiet jumps.
And we'll see something a bit different after coming through this part of the course. Having to drop the rail. Tempstad has the barn name of Tadpole, and Nicola talks about this horse's huge personality. Also sometimes has the barn name of Grumpy Cat, she says.
That is a very valuable tool, and it's one that you're not going to see in a lot of the other disciplines where you're asked to gallop and then halt.
Yeah, easier said than done on most thoroughbreds.
That's Tempstad and Nicola Dines, a horse that was graded stakes placed on the track in the 2017 Saratoga Special. Kicking off the first of 4 riders that are in the finale for field hunters. Next horse and rider to go, number 1140, Paige Mckenney, ridden by Jazz Napravnik. And Jazz already riding her other horse, Legends Hope, in the eventing and show jumping finals, winning eventing, and now here with Paige Mckenney in the finale for field hunters. And Donna, this horse, we know from the racetrack.
Yeah, I just noted to Ashley this horse earned nearly $2 million on the racetrack. He had 58 starts, won 22 races. He was with a trainer named Mary Epler, who trains up in Maryland, and she's a really, really good trainer and really trains all over the Northeast. You can see this horse has run at Monmouth and Pimlico and Mountaineer and Penn National and Laurel, and so he's been around, and been around the racetrack quite a few times, but maybe not been around a ring like this so much.
One thing I think, though, is that when you have those successful horses on the track, they have a classiness about them, a desire to do the job. And so whether it's racing or another sport, just the way they carry themselves is a little bit different.
Absolutely. I think that, that's the sign of any athlete, actually, is not just the way that they work out and physically look, but the way that they, their demeanor, the way that they carry their confidence. And you can see that he does not appear to be anxious. He looks like he's quite content with his rider. And one of the things that makes a rider like a horse is that open line of communication, a horse that will really allow you to communicate either a sense of urgency or a sense of calm or whatever it is that you want to communicate to that horse. When they get it, and that line of communication is open, magic happens, and you find that the horses who are the most successful at the racetrack are really good communicators.
It's just up to us to be able to listen to them sometimes.
Yes.
And communicate back effectively, Ashley says. So this horse, a graded stakes winner, the General George Stakes at Laurel in 2016. Also placed in the seven-figure Charlestown Classic in 2015, and as Donna said, $1.9 million in earnings, and the number of stakes races that the horse ran in successfully up until the very end. Start number 58 was the 2018 Monmouth Cup, and that was a third-place finish in that Grade 3 contest.
And I absolutely love the look of this horse. He's so nicely put together and just a true classic thoroughbred look. And you think of those old paintings, often the fox hunters with fox hunters and the hounds. Like, this is the horse that you look to see. Just a lovely long neck, long legs, a gorgeous head on him. And then you add that demeanor on top. We've just seen him walk around now, but to come in here so calm and cool, definitely wants a job, likes a job, happy to do a job.
Yeah, it's not so much what he does, but the way he does it. He just has that really, just really cool cat sort of vibe to him. I looked back on his past performances, by the way, and Rosie Napravnik never rode him. It would have been fun to see if Rosie had ridden him, and now her sister Jazz Napravnik aboard.
I mean, that could have given Jazz a little of an edge. Say, hey, when you ride this horse, he does this.
Yeah.
Not that she needs it.
Right. And I'm sure he's very different in the arena here and out in the field than he is at the racetrack.
We have had some jockeys, actually, that have competed in the Thoroughbred Makeover. Rosie has, but some jockeys that have ridden their makeover horse on the track, like Kelsey Purcell and Shia Johnstone, and now we get the whistle. So after the way that you both talked about how this horse has just carried himself, I'm now interested to see how he goes around and how he jumps.
And this is obvious since he's in the finals, but the judges had really, really nice things to say about this horse doing his job in the preliminary rounds. Again, great rhythm, ears perked, listening, really fabulous jump.
Changed leads a couple of times through that line.
He's feeling pretty proud of himself.
Yeah.
He's like, watch me make it look easy.
We'll do one 10-piece.
Again, those combos can be tricky for green horses, and I'm sure there's not a ton of flowered combos that field hunters will see, and he just got a little excited about seeing those two in a row, and don't even think really even cared about the first one, was just excited to get to the second.
So, meaning he might have dropped that back leg a little soon as he was approaching in mentally approaching the second one already.
Yeah, he was focused on that second one and just got a little excited that stride before and just locked his back a little bit. And once you get that tension, that's when their back legs will drop a little bit.
Well, he put himself in a nice position to make it easy for Jazz to drop the rail. And then
Yes,
trots right over.
Yeah, handled that better than the first one. Who was a little nervous presenting to that. And this actually demonstrates one of my favorite exercises at home is having jumps of varied heights. Now, I don't make my horses go up and drop the rail or let me drop the rail while I'm on their back, but to be able to go do a little jump in the middle of a course with bigger jumps and then do what looks like probably one of the biggest jumps on course right after really lets you see how your horse manages different heights and different stimulus.
That was beautiful. He picked up a pretty good amount of speed.
Yeah, he was very happy to move out.
But then came right down to the halt after picking up the gallop. Great round turned in by Jazz Napravnik and Paige Mckenney. Next in the ring, we'll have the horse and rider that were in second coming into the finals, number 1123, Miss Battlefield, ridden by Autumn Sorensen from Centennial, Colorado, aboard this Colorado-bred 9-year-old dark bay mare. Miss Battlefield made 33 starts, 32 of them coming in her home state at Bally's Arapahoe Park, the racetrack that's having their final day of the 2021 season and where Autumn has worked all season as a vet in the test barn. Autumn also involved with the Arapahoe Hunt and takes many horses off the track in Colorado to be part of the Arapahoe Hunt. And Autumn incredibly dedicated to field hunting, Ashley, because she's here competing in Kentucky, but she's going to go straight home right after the competition. Why is that?
She does not want to miss opening day of hunt tomorrow back in Colorado, so is headed out home right after this to drive 17 hours to make opening hunt.
Well, I'm excited to see this horse go around because I announced her in 32 races, and now I get to announce her in the Thoroughbred Makeover finale.
32 races is a lot of races to run in, much more for you to have announced her that many times.
I wonder if she recognizes my voice at all.
Looks like she just gave you a wink coming down that line.
I'm flattered. I've grown fond of many of these horses as well.
That was really lovely, and if you've got a good eye, you could see that she had to make the adjustment. Ms. Battlefield there saw her distance, and Autumn helped her move up to be able to make that without getting a choppy jump right into it. And she handled that really well. You see, to make that distance, you got to set back a little bit, and that's sometimes not how the field hunters do it. So that was well ridden.
This pair had tied for the highest score on the mock hunt during the prelims on Thursday morning. And we've seen this horse event, Ashley, in Colorado.
This horse has been around a lot, has raced a lot, has hunted a lot, but has only evented a little, and it's really impressive to see. She has this nice, quiet, calm demeanor everywhere I've ever seen her.
She seems very attentive, not only to the things around her, but also to what riders, what cues the rider is giving her.
They are definitely a very matched pair.
This isn't an easy line that they have to do at the end.
Oh, that was a great adjustment right there. That looked so smooth. There she goes.
Well, she'll stop if she hits the wall.
Miss Battlefield and Autumn Sorensen. Horse goes by the barn name of Thistle. Ashley, what do you think of that round by Miss Battlefield?
I really liked how that combo line was ridden, as well as the two cross-country jumps. She really displayed some adjustability and rideability and being able to set back, which is not always natural for these horses to do, definitely not in this environment.
So now to the leaders in the prelim competition coming into the finale. Number 1208 Zapper, as the name might suggest, a bay gelding sired by the great Ghost Zapper, and ridden here by Cameron Sadler, an amateur rider from Southern Pines, North Carolina. The top two in the standings, both amateur riders, and this horse Zapper had 15 starts on the track with one win, racing in the Mid-Atlantic area to start off his career and retiring in 2019 from Indiana Grand.
I can see why this horse scored so well on demeanor. Looks like has been doing this for a very, very long time. Just doesn't. We'll see how it shakes out over the course, but does not look like a lot is going to bother this one.
So before she starts, I'll tell you a quick story about the breeder, Kendall Hansen. He owned a horse and bred a horse named Hansen, and so most of the horses you see that are bred or co-bred by Kendall Hansen are by Hansen himself. But when Hansen ran in the Bluegrass Stakes, he was a white horse. He was gray, but almost white, and he wanted to paint his tail blue for University of Kentucky, and of course the stewards didn't allow that. So he had two models that he paid to come to the Keeneland, of all places, who were dressed in blue outfits that looked like they would have been in the Playboy Club, with long blue tails cascading behind them.
Crazy. Showed he's a little proud of himself, gave a little bounce there, but somehow never lost the rhythm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he switched leads, but he didn't lose the rhythm.
And just like the last pair, saw that distance from a long way away and was able to push that horse up so they didn't have to take a dig right before they took that jump. That was well done by both of them.
I like how the horse twitches the left ear and then locks on to the jump.
The ear is generally checking back in with his rider and responding to what's going on there. And wow, this horse is showing some really awesome rideability.
Yeah, that was almost a halt in the middle of his run. That was beautiful.
Now I'm excited to see the gallop and halt from this one.
I love the way she's able to do this on a loose rein with him. That was beautiful.
And that rail hit both his front and last leg and got almost no response out of him. And he's only 6. These are things that you can't make. They're just kind of born. Some just have this quiet way about them, and you can't change that.
But not only does he have a good mind and he'd be born with that, he also appears to have a real high level of trust with his rider.
That you can make.
Correct. Cameron Sadler is also an amateur rider from North Carolina, so we're seeing some almost professional level riding from an amateur rider.
Just an awesome pair. So beautifully done. Oh, I think he's going to wake up.
That was beautiful.
That was lovely.
Here are the top finishers. 9 competed, and all 9 finishers to receive ribbons, and we'll recognize them inside the TCA covered arena. Finishing in 9th place, number 1091, I'm Charming, ridden by the Bridges Equestrian Team, and they were the top team finishers in the field hunter discipline. Our 8th place finisher, number 1015, Athera, ridden by Cody Young. And Athera and Cody also the top finishing juniors for the division. Finishing in 7th place, number 1184, Talk Show Man, ridden by Lindy Gutman. Sixth place went to number 1177, Spanish Bay, ridden by the Galloping Gals of Long Island. The 5th place finisher, number 1207, You Betcha, and Karen Benson. In 4th place, number 1186, Tempstad and Nicola Dines. In 3rd place, number 1140, Paige Mckenney and Jazz Napravnik. And they are also the recipients of the special Iron Horse Award, sponsored by Mid-Atlantic Horse Rescue, that's awarded to the highest place Iron Horse. Those are horses foaled in 2010 or earlier for this 2020 competition. The 2nd place finisher, number 1123, Miss Battlefield and Autumn Sorensen. And with their 2nd place, they will split the special Arapahoe Park Award presented by Bally's Arapahoe Park to the top finishing makeover horse that also raced at Bally's Arapahoe Park in Colorado. The winners of the Arapahoe Park Award, Miss Battlefield and Autumn Sorensen, together with Mr. Park and Britt Vegas, who were 2nd in eventing. The winner of the Field Hunter discipline for the class of 2020 at the Mega Makeover, and also the top finishing amateur with a score of 395.17. Congratulations to number 1208, Zapper, ridden by Cameron Sadler. And they also are the winners of the Best Conditioned Award, sponsored by Nina Bonney. Also, the TCA award for Field Hunters went to You Betcha and Karen Benson. And now they're enjoying their lap around the TCA covered arena. Congratulations to the top finishers. For the Field Hunter discipline, the winner Zapper and Cameron Sadler.